Hello there girls and boys, in this video we're going to be talking about the new guitar that I just got, the Jackson JS Series Dinky. Hey girls and boys, welcome back to the channel. So first and foremost, let me explain why did I wanted to get a new guitar. For those of you who are familiar with me, I like to express myself through the use of guitar by having different sounds and textures, girls and boys. Even though I have a really well-defined sound, I like to have the opportunity to expand my palette of colors when it comes to sounds by extending the range of the guitar and using pedals and stuff like that without destroying the sound of the electric guitar. Therefore, I was looking to get a new guitar because whenever we have the chance to once again hit the road, I want to have a guitar that allows me to express myself in a much more better fashion, but at the same time I want to explore the possibilities of using and having access to a 7-string guitar. So I decided to pick this guitar up. Now, when I was looking for the guitar, I was trying to get something that wasn't extremely expensive because of this very reason, girls and boys. Most of my guitars have a really big sentimental value to them, so I don't want to run the risk of one of my guitars being lost, stolen, or even worse, completely destroyed through the rigors of the life on the road. So I tried to pick a good guitar in terms of quality and of course build quality, of course, but also the looks have to be quite important and it shouldn't break the bank. Of course, I understand that having a guitar that it's awesome sounding, awesome looking and extremely cheap in price, it's not possible because we are not living in a utopia. So I had to make some compromises, and the obvious one was this. The guitar itself had to be good enough, but not extremely expensive, because I want that guitar to be easily repaired or easily replaced in case of something nasty happening to it while on the road. So I ended up with this guitar. Now let me share with you some of my thoughts and what do I think about it in general. As usual, the first thing that we're going to be exploring is going to be the sound of the guitar itself as it comes out of the box. And without further ado, let's listen to some music. Just a quick note, girls and boys, everything that you're about to hear is not mixed at all, it's just the sound of the guitar coming into this beautiful amp that is behind me, and that's it. Just a bare balance in volume, and that's it. So, let's do it! Now, what do I think about the sound? Well, I gotta tell you something, girls and boys. It was extremely difficult for me to dial a usable tone. The pickups, in my humble opinion, are extremely bad quality. They are really low. Well, the output is wild. They are quite difficult to work around. The responsiveness and the articulation of the pickup is extremely horrible. And all in all, well, you get what you pay for. That's a total fact. Now, what am I gonna do with it? You will see later on. But Now let's talk about the build quality of the instrument. There are many things that I don't like, and I have many complaints to make about it. So the first one is this. Yes, it's made from a country renowned for its viruses, and no, I'm not happy with that, and that explains many of the things that I'm gonna show you right now. When it comes to the paint job from afar looks quite okay. Actually, I would even say that it looks kind of nice, but there are these little details that actually completely destroy my soul and makes me angry every time that I look at it. Look at them. I'm gonna zoom in. And as you can see, the paint job is quite poor. There are many things that could be better. And also, speaking of low quality stuff, let's talk about the quality of the headstock and the tuners. Actually, the tuners are quite impressive for what they are. They are far from being horrible, and actually they're quite serviceable, they're usable, and something that is kind of funny, it's that the arrangement of the sounds, or the arrangement of the strings, it's a little bit different from what I am used to. Because if you have seen the channel before, I used to own another guitar, another 7-string guitar, and it had completely the opposite when it comes to the order of the strings. Now, the tuners, what am I gonna do with them? Further down the line you will see what is gonna happen with them, because this guitar is gonna be completely changed. As it came out of the box, the action was quite uncomfortable. Of course, it was something to be expected, but the fretboard, and this is quite important, girls and boys, and I gotta tell you this, the fretboard is amazing. It's extremely well made. There are some issues from time to time, because once again we're talking about a less than $500 guitar, but the fretboard itself, it's beautiful to look at. It's really comfortable once you set the guitar up properly, and the fret in general, the fretboard and the frets themselves are quite well built. They are not that sucky, and I was expecting them to be as poor quality as the pickups. So that's a good one. Now, what's the plan for this guitar? I've been bashing it for quite a long time now, but the reason why I got it is because the build quality, especially the parts that matters, which are the fretboard, it's quite good. It's extremely fantastic, to be honest. And the guitar itself has a really good look from afar, obviously. But what I'm gonna do is completely remove the pickups, change everything inside of the guitar, and I'm just gonna keep the body itself. And of course, I'm gonna send it to a proper luthier, because I want to make sure that the fretboard is perfect, or as perfect as it can be, and the setup is done by a professional luthier. So girls and boys, stay tuned for that one, because I want to show you the whole trip, how this guitar started as a super cheap start point guitar, and how it becomes and turns into a glorious professional sounding and professionally set up guitar. Stay tuned for that one, it's gonna be awesome. Now, what I wanted to show you and leave you thinking about is this. It doesn't matter the quality of the instrument, for as long as you have a serviceable instrument, it's not a piece of crap, and you take it to the right people. I'm talking about the professional luthier to set it up and install everything that needs to be installed on the instrument, and of course you are using proper hardware. Your guitar can become a glorious instrument, even though it started as a really cheap one. As every single time I meet you, girls and boys, I also would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and of course, if you want to support the channel even further, listen to our music on Apple Music and Spotify, and also following us on social media such as Instagram. And now, girls and boys, as every single time that I meet you, I gotta remind you something. Never ever let anybody tell you what to dream about. And remember that I will see you when I see you.